Hi, I'm Al the Aluminum Coil. Welcome to Constellium UACJ. I will guide you through your visitor orientation. Safety, environmental protection, and quality are some of our key values. We want to ensure that you understand all hazards. Let's start with our emergency response plan. Should the fire alarm engage while you are on site, evacuate out the nearest emergency exit to one of the designated locations in green. Then wait quietly for roll call. But what about severe weather, like a tornado? Simply evacuate to the designated storm shelter located in the men's changing room in the main hall of the administration building. If a medical emergency or any injury occurs, please contact a Constellium UACJ team member and your on-site point of contact. They will alert our EMT certified security team who will respond to the event. You can also simply dial 9436. Let's go over general PPE required before entering the production floor. These are the general personal protective items required to visit our site. Constellium UACJ visitor hard hats. Earplugs at all times on the production floor. Safety glasses. A high visibility vest. Long pants and steel-toed shoes. When handling aluminum, Kevlar gloves and sleeves are required. Let's discuss some of the global plant rules. Never bring any chemicals on site without communicating with your host first. Hair below the shoulder must be kept in a bun under the hard hat. Rings, bracelets, watches, and loose-hanging jewelry may not be worn on the production floor. Disposable bottles and cans are prohibited on the production floor. If either of these materials were to contaminate our scrap stream, it could result in deadly consequences during the recycling process. Smoking is not permitted, except in areas indicated by this symbol. Cell phones should only be used away from the process, and never while walking. Also, no pictures or video without specific permission from your Constellium UACJ host. Fall protection, along with proper training, is required for work at height above 6 feet. Do you see anything wrong with this picture? There are several things wrong here. He is not maintaining 3 points of contact by using the handrails while climbing the stairs. To top it off, he's walking while using his cell phone. That's better! While going up any stairwell on one of our many platforms, always maintain 3 points of contact by using the handrails. Barricades are occasionally used on site during specific tasks like equipment energization, specific mobile equipment use, or to alert others of a hazard. If you encounter yellow barricade tape, this area may be entered as long as you communicate with the person that posted the barrier and understands the hazard. There is one exception to the yellow tape in the pickling section. Never enter under this barricade. They are used while dangerous acidic or alkaline materials are being pumped to their tanks. Red barricade tape signals everyone in the area that some specific hazard exists, and the location may not be entered without a site-specific process being engaged. Mobile equipment and pedestrian segregation is a key safety management tool on site. Pedestrian walkways and mobile equipment are physically separated throughout most of our plant. Pedestrian walkways are painted solid green or with white lines. Shared mobile equipment and pedestrian areas are designated by dashed green lines. If you encounter mobile equipment at a shared intersection, you must maintain a distance of 15 feet at all times, unless the equipment is shut off. Cranes like these are another potential risk here on site. They carry large aluminum coils like me, weighing upwards of 40,000 pounds. If during your visit a crane is traveling toward you or in your path, wait for the crane operator to complete their task. It's not always possible to safely stop the crane's movement to allow pedestrian traffic to pass. Because of this high potential risk, we never stand or walk under a load. Also, never disturb the crane operator while they are operating the cranes. This is a high-risk task and must be carefully managed. You must also allow the crane load, which is anything below the hook, 45 degrees of clearance. Should a mechanical failure occur, the consequences can be fatal. An area containing processed chemicals will be indicated by a red line on the floor. When walking through these areas, chemical-resistant PPE is required. This PPE is task-dependent, so contact your host if you need to enter these restricted areas. If you see a leak or spill, immediately alert a Constellium UACJ team member. Our process involves chemical products that must be handled with care. If you have been exposed, alert your host immediately. Additionally, we want to protect the environment and ensure the material is cleaned up and disposed of properly. Been exposed to a corrosive material? For immediate availability, emergency eye wash and shower stations have been strategically placed throughout the facility. Some very specific machine guarding has been designed to protect team members and visitors from hazards associated with moving equipment. Never attempt to reach over, through, or bypass any of our machine guarding. Lockout tagout with a personal lock is mandatory prior to entering any equipment. One lock equals one life equals one name. Also, never enter any of our interlocked or keyed gates without proper Constellium UACJ training. Many confined spaces exist here on site. These are marked with a permit required confined space sign. Never enter any of these spaces without the proper Constellium UACJ training. Thank you for participating in the Constellium UACJ Visitor Orientation. Enjoy your visit, and please, stay safe.